Have you decided it's time to add a canine to your family dynamics, but you're unsure on what breed to get? Well, in today's video, we're going to be comparing the differences between the Bloodhound and the Malinois. Welcome back to the Fenrir Bloodhound Show. If this is your first time here, my name's Charlie and I'm a certified canine leader here at FenrirCanineLeaders.com. Everything we do here is dedicated to helping you find the perfect breed for you and then helping you become a high-level canine leader who can raise the perfect canine companion. If that sounds like you, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to make sure you never miss another upload of the Fenrir Bloodhound Show. So let's dive in and start with the history of both of these canines. Let's briefly touch upon the history of the Bloodhound. Despite being first mentioned in British text in the 14th century, it's believed they first appeared much earlier, with their ancestors coming from French hounds bred by the monks of the St Hubert's Abbey. They first appeared in British writing in the mid-14th century when the Earl of Hereford, Sir Humphrey de Bohun, wrote about them in his poem William of Purlane. The breed was once known as the sleuth hound and can be traced back to the 1300s. They were originally bred to track and hunt large game and, at the time, even humans. They needed an excellent sense of smell to carry out some of this work, especially when finding animals that had evaded the hunt. It's believed this is how they got the name Bloodhound, as they would follow the scent of blood from wounded animals to track them down. Another theory about their name is that they came from the first breeder's dedication to ensuring the breed's bloodline stayed pure. The Belgian Malinois, as the name suggests, originated in Belgium. They're one of 4 varieties of Belgian sheepdogs that were developed in the late 19th century. The modern-day Malinois can be traced back to this time, and more specifically to a breeding pair owned by a Belgian shepherd named Adrian Janssens. In 1885, he purchased a rough-haired fawn dog called Vos that he used to herd flock, but also bred with a short-haired brindle-brown dog named Leash. After this initial mating, Vos was bred with his daughters to further establish the line of grey rough-haired and short-haired Malinois and fawn rough-haired and short-haired Malinois. Today, Vos and Leash are recognised as the ancestors of all modern Belgian shepherd dogs, as well as the Bouvier and the Dutch Shepherd. Breeders decided to give each variety of Belgian Shepherd their own names. A breeder named Louis Hughie Barrett had done a lot to popularise the fawn short-haired Malinois in the city of Milan. The Malinois' name was adopted from this city to refer to the fawn short-haired Belgian Shepherd. Hughie Barrett recognised that there was a lack of sheep in Belgium towards the end of the 1800s and turned to showcasing the Malinois' intelligence, obedience and loyalty. Because of this, they were used in the early 20th century as guard dogs and draft dogs, and they were also the first breed to be used by the Belgian police. During the First World War, they had many roles in the military, including messenger dogs, Red Cross dogs, ambulance cart dogs, and even light machine gun cart dogs. After the First World War, many American servicemen brought back Malinois and other Belgian Shepherd dogs. The first Belgian Shepherd Club of America was formed in 1924 and they were officially recognised by the American Kennel Club shortly after. Bloodhounds come in many different accepted colours, including black and tan, liver and tan, red and liver. They don't take much grooming to keep their dense coat looking clean. In fact, they only need to be brushed once a week. Bloodhounds should be bathed regularly to stop them from developing a doggy smell. It's also important to make sure their wrinkles are clean to prevent build-up of dirt and to stop infections. Male bloodhounds stand between 25 to 27 inches at the withers and weigh between 90 to 110 pounds. Females are a little bit smaller and stand between 23 to 25 inches at the withers and weigh between 80 and 100 pounds. Bloodhounds have some very iconic features, including a long face, wrinkles and long, large ears. Bloodhounds actually have uses for these long ears and wrinkles. Their large ears work as a barrier to stop wind from blowing away DNA whilst they have their noses to the ground. The wrinkles that are located under their jaws and neck is actually called the shawl. These wrinkles store scent particles, which means that the bloodhound can refresh the scent that they're following so they never forget the scent. This is how bloodhounds can track a scent for days. The Belgian Malinois is a medium-sized Belgian Shepherd that is often confused with the German Shepherd. They're a short-haired fawn-coloured dog with a black mask. Males will grow to a height of 26 inches or 66 centimetres at the withers and weigh up to 75 pounds or 34 kilograms. Females are a little bit smaller with a maximum height of 24 inches or 61 centimetres and weighing up to 60 pounds or 27 kilograms. Their coat's short and straight and their fur is particularly short around the head, ears and lower legs. They do have slightly longer hair around the neck forming a collar but not so long that it stands out. They are a double-coated breed that generally sheds twice a year. They'll need brushing at least twice a week to keep their coat healthy and to encourage new growth. Bloodhounds who are well trained make amazing working dogs. Many have been used as police dogs, drug detection dogs, search and rescue dogs and cadaver dogs. A properly trained bloodhound will certainly be worth the time and effort. They'll be a joy to work with and have around the home. They're an independent and active breed that requires a lot of exercise and mental stimulation. If they don't receive efficient amounts of physical or mental stimulation, they can become destructive around the house. They ideally need around 2 hours of exercise every day. They are at their best when they're given a job to do and thrive at scent training. If not properly trained, they can become stubborn. The best approach for training this breed is positive reinforcement, persistence, and plenty of rewards and praise. They can also be quite sensitive, so they don't respond well to impatient owners or those who don't show a level of calm. Always ensure you remain calm and consistent, as the bloodhound will take the lead if given the opportunity. The Malinois is an intelligent and active breed that truly thrives in many tasks. They have a great deal of stamina and enjoy working, which makes them a great breed for police work, search and rescue, and performance events like agility. They are also a sensitive breed and don't respond well to harsher training methods. Due to this combination of high energy and sensitivity, they're not recommended for first-time owners and instead for those experienced with dog training. They love everyone to be included in the family activities, so they're not well suited to homes where their family's out every day at school or at work. They're quick learners and eager to please. As we've already touched upon, they thrive at dog sports, but they also love to play. They've been described as having a high play drive, as almost everything you ask them to do is like play to them. You should address this desire to play through exercise. They're a very high energy breed, and you should try to aim for at least 90 minutes of exercise each day, which is best split into 3 30-minute sessions. It's not just physical exercise they need, but also mental stimulation, so try and incorporate this as part of a variety of games and exercises like runs, walks, hikes, fetch, games of hide and seek, puzzle games and snuffle mats. Without mental and physical exercise, Malinois can become destructive and show behaviours like barking, chewing, anxious pacing, going to the toilet in the house and general destructive behaviour. So be sure you can dedicate plenty of time to exercise when choosing a Malinois, because a tired dog's a happy dog. Bloodhounds were originally bred to hunt and track in packs, so they usually get on well with the other dogs, although they can have issues with dogs the same sex as them if they've not been properly socialised. They do also have a high prey drive. If they've grown up alongside other animals, they will get along with them, but they should never be left alone together. Due to their size, it's not a good idea to leave young children alone with your bloodhound. They are large dogs and could accidentally knock over small children. However, they are a very placid breed and get along well with any children. The bloodhound recognises the need to be gentle with children, however it may not be a breed that is particularly playful. The bloodhound is a very trustworthy canine, however regardless of socialisation, you should never leave them alone together with children or other smaller animals. Well socialised Malinois make good family companions. They're great with children, especially if they've been raised around them. It's important to remember that they have a strong herding heritage. This can sometimes lead them to nip at children's feet and heels during playtime. An adult Malinois who's not familiar with children would be better suited to a home with older children who are mature enough to know how to properly interact with dogs. This is worth thinking about if you're thinking of adopting or rescuing an older dog. You should always teach young children how to approach and touch your Malinois and supervise any interactions between them to prevent bad behaviour from either side. Malinois can become aggressive towards other dogs and cats unless they've been raised alongside them. If you want them to get along well with other dogs and animals, it's important to start socialisation early. Ensure you use positive reinforcement and reward appropriate behaviour. The breed does have a naturally high prey drive and natural hunting instincts, which can make them challenging with other smaller domestic pets. This isn't to be said that they cannot get along well with them if they're raised and socialised alongside them. However, they should never be left unsupervised, as accidents can happen. The Bloodhound and the Malinois are two intelligent breeds who make excellent working dogs. They're similar in size and both get along well with children. They're both suited to active families and they have similar exercise requirements. They are two beautiful breeds and either would make an excellent choice of family companion. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure you hit that like button and get involved down in the comments section below. And don't forget, if you are new here, to make sure you subscribe. We have 3 dedicated Bloodhound videos coming here every single week. So I can't wait to talk to you again on the next episode of the Fenrir Bloodhound Show.